We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former national champion and National Player of the Year. What a run for Jay Williams.
If you want to tell the fans more about my accolades, I'm not going to stop you, but I think the attention should be focused on the game this evening. Let's pay attention to the court.
Jay, these 10 players on the court are ready to go, and so are we. The Nets control the tap. Irving. Now to Jordan, down low. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Irving brings the ball up court. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
To Trae Young. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass. Here's a chance from long range. No good. That's great defense. Nets have it. To Durant. Probing the defense. Kevin Durant lets it fly. Wide open look, won't go.
It didn't hurt him this time, but defensively, you got to prevent him from even catching the ball to begin with.
Count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And that's going to get out of bounds. So the Nets hold on to the possession. Time for some new personnel into the game. Durant to Hollis Jefferson. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Cashes in for two.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Durant. From the outside, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Dinwiddie into the front court. 5-point game. Beyond the arc for three. His first effort off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. They trail by 7. Prince matched up with Evan Turner. will go to the foul line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And hits the first free throw. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. And the finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Nets going to take a time as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Short jumper off the mark. Full throttle. Right to the basket for the deuce.
It can only be one of two things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Dinwiddie. Trying to cash in. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Now, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but you have to take it one possession at a time. You have to continue to chip away. It hasn't been the best first quarter, but if you get a couple more of those to drop, you'll find yourself right back in this ballgame.
Dinwiddie into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Deep left corner. Has a chance. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Give him 2 points. High percentage. Long heave from 3/4 court. First quarter's complete. The Hawks already pulling away. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. Jay, I'm going to say that you don't know this, but since 1980, the Hawks have drafted only 4 players to appear in the All-Star game. Doc Rivers, Kevin Willis, Al Horford, and Jeff Teague.
Well, how about a guy named Dominique Wilkins? I'm sorry.
Oh, well, interesting that you'd ask. Dominique Wilkins was actually selected by the Utah Jazz. Parker with it. They lead it by 14. gets to the basket and scores.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Kevin Durant, 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Down low for Len. To Trae Young. Fires the 3, so the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Count the basket at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Irving to Durant, and finishes strong.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Deep right corner, Parker. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc, working hard on the glass. The follow won't go either. Another follow, still no good. Jabari Parker with a piece. That's going to be out of bounds. Kevin Durant, 4 out of 7.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
DeAndre Jordan, huge block. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Hawks certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Atlanta Hawks.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after.
Hawks with the basketball. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Knocked loose, and that's going to get out of bounds. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Irving buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
To Parker. Curling inside. And scores. Strong take.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Irving into the front court. Down a bundle. cruises inside for 2.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Jordan. Irving. Deep 2 there, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
To Trae Young. Fires the 3. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
It's Atlanta ball. DeAndre Jordan swats it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Down low to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
To Jordan. Kevin Durant. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
And counted at the rim.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
You're on the island now.
To Irving. Oh, nice find for the basket. Now the Hawks coach going to call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions. Brooklyn.
Has a look. Not that time.
2 minutes left in the
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His guys down big. Durant defended by Turner. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Career 88% from the line. Missed it at the line. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you know a guy is a driver, there's no need to apply that much pressure on him if his main objective is to get to the rim. Play off of him, make him think about the jump shot, and also, guys from the weak side on the help side, make sure you play in those gaps and you try to close out as quick as possible when he puts his head down.
Not going down here. Here's Atlanta with the basketball. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Durant, guarded by Damian Jones. Almost, but no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
From long range, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
And scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
When one player goes down, or maybe in this case two, it gives a player an opportunity to really rise to the occasion. Well, that happened last year with Spencer Dinwiddie. When Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell both went down to injury, this kid went from a D-League player to a starter in the NBA, and one of the most clutch players we had for the Brooklyn Nets this past year.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Knocked loose. To Dinwiddie. 4-3. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. The drive, right to the basket, down the lane to lay it in.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Off the mark, no good. Rondé Hollis Jefferson sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
The Hawks are victorious as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Hawks came away with the victory in this one. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Atlanta Hawks.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.